You have ever been single? Well, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, that's where I'm at right now. Do you remember when dating was easy? When all it took was a love letter, or a 15-mile trek uphill through the snow, or a phone call just to hear your sweetheart's voice? Well, I only know of these simpler times from history books and reruns of the Wonder Years. You would think that in a modern age where there are so many ways to connect, that it would be easy to meet someone. But for someone who doesn't want to date via technology, like myself, dating in the modern age is tough. Now, some of you knew my last boyfriend, Jonathan, and we had a great year and a half together. But 18 months is a long time, and it's been really hard to get over it. I mean, do you know what 18 months really means? It's 157 pictures I had to delete off of Facebook. It meant going from in a relationship to single with 37 likes. But that's okay because it's a new year and I'm young. I'm cute, I mean, look at this hair. It's time to get back into the dating game. So I put on my favorite boots and my favorite skinny jeans, my red lipstick, because I was going to go meet a man the old-fashioned way. Through a friend. So I called up my friend, who called a friend, who called a friend, who called another friend, who happens to have a brother with all the qualities I'm looking for in a man. Single. We exchanged phone numbers, and that's when it all went downhill. You see, it started with a text. My phone went off. It's AJ. Male attention. I haven't had this in months. He said, "Hey, how are you?" "I'm doing great, thanks." Smiley face. He texted me back, "You want to go out sometime?" On the third text? I'm going to have to question this guy's character, so I put my phone away and went back to work. About an hour and a half later, I decided to check my phone again, and that's when I saw it. The spam. Text after text after text, all from AJ. "Hey, where are you?" "Hey, what are you doing right now?" "I'm sorry, did I offend you? Did you still want to go out with me?" "Well, I guess you don't want to talk to me anymore. Thanks for wasting my time. Bye." That was the end of that. I just wasn't ready for a textually active relationship. It was back to the drawing board where I drew a blank. But luckily, I got a Facebook friend request from a stranger, Archibald, and he was a looker. So I decided why not, and I clicked accept. And that's when things went downhill. Started with some text. He sent me a private message saying I looked so cute, and that's when I knew those duck faces that I was making. You know, pouty lips, 90-degree angle. They were working. Archie seemed like a nice guy, but then I got a follower request from him on Instagram. That's okay, I always need more followers on my Instagram. Then he requested me on Twitter and on Vine, and he started following all of my blogs, and finally I got an email saying he requested to be my friend on MySpace. MySpace is dead. Much like my love for Archie. That was the end of that. Now there are websites where you can go to meet your one true love, like Match.com, but I'm a college student, so I'm cheap. I went to the next best thing. Craigslist. After looking for the man of my dreams, I could look for used video games. It's the perfect place to go. And that's when I saw the ad that caught my eye. Looking for my toast mistress, age 24. Ventura. Ooh, a young Toastmaster? I'm interested, so I wrote up an email, pressed send, and that's when it went downhill. It started with some text. I found out early on that Mr. Gregory was really needy. He said, go visit my website. I said, but Gregory, tell me about yourself. He said, go visit my website. I said, but I don't know anything about you. Then he told me he was stranded somewhere overseas and he needed me to wire him $1,500. But I didn't know anything about him, so that was the end of that. I think I'm going to take a little hiatus from the online dating scene. I would much rather walk 15 miles uphill through the snow to see my sweetheart. And for all of you single Susans and single Sams out there, the next time someone is interested in you or you're interested in them, don't start it with some text. Try a simple hello, Mr. Toastmaster.